Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to do a real quick unboxing, not a review, but just an unboxing of a Bluetooth radio from PRUNUS model J-110. This was bought from Amazon and it was approximately $37.99, but you can always use a coupon. They seem to always have a coupon for this particular radio, so make sure you get it with a coupon, either 15 or 20%, so then it's a great deal. So a little bit about this radio. It is a vintage radio. It is a retro radio. It has both AM and FM shortwave, as well as uses Bluetooth. So you can connect this to your phone and then use it. My daughter will actually be using this as a dorm room small radio. So I thought it fit the bill, and she was wanting a retro style one. So let's go ahead and look at this. Let's real quick do a tour of the box. So it kind of gives you the website right there, prunustech.com. And here's the back of it. Let you have a second to look at that. It looks like it was manufactured in Shenzhen, so not in the US, but made in China, as you notice right here. Just regulatory stuff. And then the other side, the website again. And then the top side we have, let's flip it this way. It says right there, #1 radio sales brand on Amazon worldwide. #1. I don't know if that's true or just what they printed on there. You never know these days, but it is on there. As you can tell, there's nothing on the bottom. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a real quick unboxing. So we'll lift this up, take the thing, and there you can see real quick the beginnings of the retro radio. All right, it's packed with some plastic, and it's packed with some pieces of plastic here. Let's see what's in the box here. We have instructions, I guess, and some cables. So take all that stuff out. So let's go ahead and move some of these things out the way. We're going to take these and put them inside of the box, and we'll put the box to the side, and we'll focus on the actual radio itself. All right, so here we'll put this right here, and while I go over this, I'll just leave this right here so you can kind of see what it looks like. All right, so let's look at these cables. It's not updated cabling for sure. I wish they either had 2 USB-A or USB-C, or one of the two. Not this particular one. That's a dying breed when it comes to cables, so I'm not quite sure why they would do that, but it is what it is. For the amount of money you're paying for it, don't expect too much, right? That's what I say. All right, so put that to the side, and then we have our power plug, basic power plug, which is good. This is, of course, if you notice, for the 120 USA standard. All right, and then in here we have the actual instructions. So I'm sure how to use this, different things to do. So there's page 1. All right, let's look at this real quickly. All right, I think I skipped the page here. All right, here we go. Product introduction. So it kind of gives you an idea of the different modes, the different things that this radio has. So make sure you look at this. I'll probably zoom in to let you look at this real clearly. Give you a chance to look at that. All right, so we'll flip the page. Just it tells you here how to use it, how to connect the laptop to it, the different buttons and what they do, indicators of red lights and stuff like that. So something to maybe look at. And then we have the radio reception for the FM AM, and then we have 3 ways of MP3 playing. So make sure you take a look at that if you plan to use MP3s. All right, and then we have how to use MP3 when you use like a USB or some type of media that you can connect to this. And then it kind of gives you warm tips, right? So forward, pause, play, just different things. And then again, you can add auxiliary if you want to, and then connect your phone like that, or your iPod. I'm pretty sure everybody will just use the Bluetooth and connect their phone to this particular device. So, all right. Let's go ahead and take this out of the box, and we'll go ahead and get started with it. So let's put this to the side. Here it is right here. Comes with just a little bag right here. So we'll take this bag off. There we go. We'll flip this to the side like this, kind of give you an idea. It's got that retro look. It's gold colored. It is all plastic. Don't let it fool you. It is completely all plastic. And then you see this rotor dial here, reminiscent of the old days, with a little bit of a magnification where you're supposed to be tuning into. You see how it magnifies the 99 there, and then that line indicates you're right on it. All right, and it does turn all the way to the right, and then it stops, and then you can turn it all the way to the left, and then it stops. Next thing we'll look here is on the left side. We have the volume indicator. Looks like it has a little bit of volume on it. I mean, power on it. And then over here we have the band. So you can switch to whatever you want here. MP3, it says right there, FM, AM, and SW. So you saw that right there. SW, AM, FM, and MP3. And this dial lets you connect it however you want to. And then right here, it just has a little bit of a design emulant. It says MP3 music. And then right here, it says the brand, PRUNUS. I think I'm pronouncing that right, not 100% sure. And then right here on the bottom left side of where the dial is, it just says the model, J-110. Now the build is not like a high end Bluetooth speaker or anything like that has some nice heft to it or nothing. This is very plasticky. I mean, they make the colors look nice and shiny and bright, but it is completely all plastic. Good build, but still all plastic. All right, so let's look at the top. We have DC 5 volt, which is where this connects to right here. You take that one and you connect it like this, and there you go. All right, and then you have your auxiliary, and this is where you would put in your like a memory card, TF. If you have memory cards, you can put that in there for you can play music from there, or most likely most people use the USB. Thumb drive or something, put their MP3s on and just play it through here. And then we have play pause, we have rewind, we have forward, and then the different modes. Next we have a little handle. Again, this is all plastic. You can tell it's plastic, but it's a handle. You get a handle. Back here, if you notice, you have an antenna for when you use it in AM FM mode. You're able to extend this however you need it, wherever you need it, to make sure you get that great reception. It does only move to the left and to the right. So left, right, and the antenna does stick out actually quite a distance, almost 24 inches if I'm looking at this correctly. And then it retracts completely, and then you put it back in its space where here's where that space is, and then right here is where the actual other side just latches in. Okay. All right. Oh, actually it does move, not just left and right. It pivots everywhere. Being so new, I guess I didn't know that. So there you go. It does move every which way. So something to learn. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a real quick walk around. Here's the front. Here's the side. Here's this other side. Here is the back side. Right here you can put batteries, I'm assuming. Let's check it out real quick. There you go, batteries, it says right there, and please take the Type D batteries out while charging. So you can charge this, but in case of emergency, you can put some D batteries in here, and by the look at this, it uses about 2 of them. So 2 D batteries if you come in a crunch, but when you're not using this, take them out, and when you're charging this, per the instructions, remove them. My best advice is just don't even put no batteries, because it does have an internal battery to let you charge this, so use that. So what do we have back here? It has the name of it in the model, PRUNUS J110, FM 87, AM 552, and then we have the SW, then we have the AC, the DC, and then that it's made in China. Here's where you actually connect this plug-in right here. You just put it in there and you should be good to go. There you go. Plugs in, and then you have it connected to the wall, unlimited power. All right, and then the last thing we'll look at is the bottom part of this. There you go. I'm very surprised with these raised legs and this plastic right here. It actually holds well onto wherever substrate you're on. It kind of gives it a nice look because it takes it off the floor of wherever you have this placed and gives it a little bit of about maybe a 1/4 of an inch. You can see underneath it. It just makes it look really good when it's sitting somewhere. And the grippers right here do work well. So let's put this here like this, and here's a test of the grippers. See, pretty well made my whole desk shake, so FYI. Alrighty, I think that's gonna do it. I appreciate everybody sticking around to listen to this unboxing. Not quite a review, but just an unboxing. So I would appreciate it if you consider subscribing, consider leaving me a comment, but most importantly, consider leaving me a thumbs up. I'll talk to everybody on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.